additional copy, don't hesitate to let us know. But without further ado, the mistress of cookies, the master of all things eBudde, Miss Kelly.
Well, thank you. And I'm excited to be here. My name is Kelly Ronning, and I work with Little Brownie Bakers. I have been with Little Brownie 14 years. I worked at a Girl Scout Council for 13 years before that, and I was a Girl Scout for 13. I've had 3 daughters who've done the cookie program and been involved in Girl Scouting. So as you might expect, I am passionate about the Girl Scout program. Love cookie time. It's cookie time for me all year long. So I'm just welcome you all to the party as it gets started. So Larissa asked me to kind of walk through eBudde tonight, give you some tips, show you some things. I know you all have some experience. So some things I may go over quickly, some things I might stop to talk about if it's a new enhancement. And then Larissa's going to monitor the questions and interrupt me when we need to. I'll stop periodically anyways, just to see how we're doing. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, it says the host has disabled my participant screen sharing.
What?
So maybe someone needs to make me a co-host or a host again.
Oh, geez. This is one of those joys of...
When I gave it away, I probably didn't keep the co-host.
And I'm answering questions right now. More, I'm sorry, Kelly. Where did you find it?
It's under more.
Well, that's what I'm clicking on, and all it says is live on Facebook.
I think you shut your video off too. I thought it was under more.
No. Oh, don't you love technology, except for when it doesn't work for you? I am so sorry. Oh God, I love it. Thank you, Michelle. So what am I doing now? Wait, make host.
All right. I think Leslie's the host now, though. Let me see if I can share. Nope. Leslie, you're muted.
I'm just saying, do what you just did, but to her, not me. You just made me the host.
I don't think she can anymore now that you're the host.
You're the host.
Okay.
You're the host.
I was going to just start talking because I can do that. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to assume that you all have entered eBudde at least one time before because you're experienced. So this is not going to be shocking to you what you're seeing on the screen. I am in the demo site, so there's a few things that look different, like the word demo all across the backdrop, but it allows us to at least kind of look at the tabs and see what's going on. Because of it, I like the dashboard's not showing any information, but we're going to go over into the live site in a minute and I'll show you over there as well. So first off, you come in. If you don't know your password, you probably got the email from Larissa last week saying that eBudde was open. You go in, you have your password. If for some reason you forgot your password, just click on that on the eBudde landing page and you can reset your password. A couple of things to point out here at the top. You have the different seasons. So especially in the live site when you're planning, last year was a weird year. If you've been a troop leader, troop cookie manager for a while, you might want to go back 2 years and see what you ordered for your booth sales, kind of give you some ideas of what you're going to need to order. So just know you have the ability to look back a few years. And then there's quick links to different other different resources. So our website, there's a fun cookie calculator and the cookie portal, and I'll show you that here in a minute as well. But just know you have these up at the top here. I am in as Troop 19 right now. So the dashboard first is going to tell you a few things, right? At the top, it's going to tell you how you're trending towards last year. On the side, there's going to be some messages, and you guys will be the first to hear this. This is a new thing. Check back the first of every month, there's going to be a little question from little Brownie. And if you want to answer it, you can enter your troop into a drawing. So we're excited about that. So watch for that to come. We're still putting the final touches on that. There's gonna be a calendar that tells you when things are due, what's coming up, booth sales are gonna start, whatever it might be. So check the calendar here. And then there's a troop checklist down here. There's your cupboard locations. If you hover, new this year in the live site, if you hover over the cupboard location, you can see what the hours are of the cupboard to see if it fits your needs on where you want to go pick up cookies or not. And here's where the contacts are for your service unit if you have questions and you need to do that. Now, two things. I'm going to show you today on the desktop for a few minutes, and then I'm going to show you what the system looks like in the app. The app is a little more intuitive, a little newer feeling, and it's on the go. So I suggest download the app. Things like doing the rewards might be easier to do at the end of the sale through the desktop version. So it might be what you're working on. Depends on if you do the app desktop version. You can do either one, whichever works best for you. So dashboard is here. If you have more than one troop, it will be listed on the left-hand side. To do the work, say I had 2 troops, I would just click on the other troop and that would show me that then I'd be in that troop. So then we go the next, these are tabs across the top. So when I refer to a tab, that's what I'm talking about. So there's the contacts. This is going to be all the people who have some access to your troop in their roles. And then the settings tab. Now for this tab, there's not much you're going to have to do on this tab. The only thing you are going to do, Larissa says she would like you guys to enter your bank information. So this is for the ACH. You're going to come in here and you're going to enter that information, hit edit settings, add it in, hit update. That's the only thing you're going to have to really worry about on this page. So Larissa gave you access to the system. You probably could go in and see who are the girls you have listed in your council. So you have all these girls, there'll be GSUSA ID numbers, and new this year are caregiver emails. So what does that do? That's very exciting. If you all wanted to send an email to a parent or a group of parents, say maybe the schedule for the booth sale, all you have to do is go back to your contacts tab and you can click on this email caregivers. This is a new feature this year. So you click on the email caregivers, and then you can come down here, you can select all, or I don't have any emails in there. If I did, it would list every girl that had a parent caregiver email. So maybe I'm only sending it to the 3 girls who are going to go to the Fred Meyer on Saturday. I can click those 3, send them a message about something with their booth sale. Maybe it's time for rewards and there's a choice and you don't know what the choice is. You can send that to all the parents. Here's one thing. You all are experienced, so you know that eBudde emails you can't respond to. You still can't respond to these emails, so make sure you put your contact information on how a parent can respond to you if they have questions in the body of the message. You can even attach a file too, so if you got a really cute picture of all your girls at a booth sale and you want to send it to their parents, you can do that as well. So just a nice feature. All right, so that's what's new on the girls tab. So the girls have gone out, they've taken their orders. They're going door to door. They filled up their order card. Now it's time for them, and they've sold through digital cookie. Now it's time for them. They've totaled their digital cookie girl orders. They've done everything. They're ready to submit their initial order. You're going to click on the initial order tab, and you'll see I already had 2 girls call me with their initial orders. All I'm going to do, you all are experienced, so you know this. All you do is click on the girl, you enter her packages, and you hit OK. You can hit save as many times as you need to, and you can only submit your order once. So it'll always round up to the full case because you pick up in cases. And down here on this last line gives you what's extra above the rounding up for full cases. So these are packages that I might be using for booth sales. Maybe I'm going to use it for a troop gift of caring program. So I've added a couple orders. I think we'll leave it at that. And hold on, I got to move my participants a little bit. If you scroll down, you can also see the booth line. And this, it will tell you what you ordered for the booth. This down here, the LY booth is last year. What did you order for booths last year? So again, last year was kind of weird. Maybe you go back 2 years ago and see what you needed for booths, but this gives you some kind of idea of what you needed in the previous year. So now I'm going to hit submit order. Now, I don't think I'm going to hit submit order. before I do that, I think I'm going to take a look and show you what it looks like from the app version before we submit the initial order. So let me do this. So I have a handy dandy feature here in eBudde where I can jump in to see what it looks like in the app. And this is what it looks like in the app. My page is loading slowly. So picture this is my iPhone or my Android, whatever phone I have, my tablet. And here's the dashboard. And you can click on all those same things that you had on the desktop dashboard. I can click on my girls and see all of the girls. If I want more information, I can click on the girl this way. And it tells me all the information. Okay. I go back. Now it was the initial order time. Down here at the bottom, there's cookies. So I'm going to click on cookies. Up here is all the different types of transactions. I can hit initial order. Again, if I wanted to add something for Lila, I can click here. It opens it up and I can just key it in and hit save. Super easy. So like I can do, let's just do 5s down the page here. Mostly because I can't talk and add numbers at the same time. So let's see. You can also use this plus sign if you really want to. I got big on the Thin Mints 50 there, but I'm gonna hit save. So there you go. I've submitted the initial order for Lila. So maybe you're going to have a troop meeting on the day the initial orders are due, and you could just have the parent sit right there. You can enter it on the app at your troop location if you wanted. Okay, so that's kind of how the app looks. We've submitted the initial order. I'm going to come, let's see if I can get rid of this screen. Hold on. I want to come back here. Okay, so we're going to submit the initial order. And I'm going to hit submit here. It's going to tell me I can only submit one time. Are you sure I want to submit? I'm going to say, yeah, I want to submit. And then it's going to say, go to your delivery tab to specify your delivery options. Now, this is going to be your service unit cookie manager will let you know how this is going to work. It's the next tab over. It's delivery. And here you can see what my total order was. Someone from my troop is picking up the order. If I was picking up 2 orders, I could say yes and tie them together here. I'm not. And then this troop happens to be connected to the delivery station at the council, it looks like. And if there was a sign-up sheet, it would display here. And it would just show me the day of the week. And it would show me the times that I could sign up. And I would just click in the square and hit submit. Your service unit cookie manager may not do that. Maybe there's, 15 of you in the service unit and they organized it through a service unit meeting. That's fine. Just come to this page anyways. There's some really good information. You might want to print the information if you want to know what you ordered, or you can get your confirmation after the service unit submits too. There'll be a confirmation that gives you the location of the delivery station and all of that. So I'm going to have to pause for a quick minute here because I need to go. I have the ability to jump to many users and I need to submit the council's order in order to show you what happens after the initial order is submitted. So are there any questions, Larissa, while we're doing this?
Yes, there are a few. One of the questions was, does digital cookie not automatically add to eBudde for initial order? I thought it did.
It will add, it does not automatically add the girl delivered packages. Right now for your council, you just get those. The parent can pull those out of digital cookie, or you can as the troop leader. But just make sure you have good communication with your troop leader, and then add those girl delivered ones. The shipped cookies, those will automatically show up and be counted for your initial order rewards. They won't show up on the initial order tab. I'll show you in just a minute where they'll show up.
Another question is from Becca. In years past, if our troop was larger, we would have A and B. Is that what we are doing this year? It was so we could have more booth spots to accommodate girls.
So that is a 2-pronged question.
Yes.
First is, Larissa and Leslie, I will defer to you. If that's a practice you guys are used to, yes, we can do that, but it will not be an A and B troop. If there's a certain threshold of a size, it can be that you get an extra pick, and I can tell Larissa how to set that up. So we have accommodated that in eBudde, so you don't have to have 2 troops. They're all under the 1 troop. So I will default to Larissa on whether you're going to keep that practice or not, though.
And I'm going to defer to people who have done this longer than myself. Becca, let's you and I talk later.
I was gonna say, let us figure it out. We'll get back to you.
Yes, and then Kimberly would like to know what is the difference between ARCA and TGOC?
So your, what does the ARCA stand for, Larissa?
ARCA, it's the 2 differences are just the donations,
Right,
correct?
but what is the ARCA? Where are you donating to?
American Red Cross.
Okay, so the main difference between the 2, and we'll look on the girl order tab here. The main difference is this first one. This is anything sold through digital cookies going to display here. And basically these are cookies that the troop never takes possession of, but that the customer purchases for donation. So the council, Larissa and her team are going to donate those to the Red Cross on behalf of the troop. The TGOC, these are actual physical boxes of cookies that you will have possession of that you are donating to an appropriate gift of caring organization for your troop. So I don't know, maybe there's a veterans home and you're going to donate those for a lunch, dessert, something like that. So the TGOC, you'll actually have possession of, and the ARCA, you won't. So most of the time, the ARCA does default to those you sell online, but just a little tidbit, say you've sold 50 boxes for your troop gift of caring and you start to run low, you don't want to go back to the cupboard, it's the end of the sale, you can sell some of those you've put aside for the troop gift of caring and either come to a cupboard later to pick up more or move those from the TGOC column over to the ARC, and then the council will donate them for you. So don't just put them aside and don't sell them. Sell through the physical boxes you have. Keep track of the ones you sold for troop gift of caring, and you can account for those later. Hopefully I didn't throw anyone off there. Let's talk about booth sales real quick, because I should have done that before I submitted my initial order. So for booth sales, it's all the way over here. You click on booth sales, and first there's going to be, you'll see right here, it defaults to council sales. And then you're going to see all the towns. So you're going to pick, I don't know where Troop 19 is, but I'm just going to pick Anchorage. I'm going to pick that I want to go to. Now, these are not approved for this year. I pulled some from a previous year and put this year's dates on them. So you'll have to visit eBudde to see what the booths are for this year. But you pick where you want to go. I believe, Larissa, correct me if I'm wrong, your first round, you can pick 1. And then your next round, you can pick 1. And then it's 3, correct?
It's open.
Oh, okay. So you're going to click on the day you want. I'm going to go the first day. There's only 1 slot. All I do is hover inside. I click and I hit submit. That is now my booth. If I try and pick another one, it's going to tell me I can't because I'm only allowed to pick 1 right now. Maybe you're in the middle of the sale. All of your girls, get strep throat. You can't make a booth. Make sure you come in and release it. And you release it, you do exactly the same thing. Click on it, your troop number now disappears, hit submit, and now I no longer have any booth sites. There's a really great current sign up. Well, let me sign up so I have something here. There's this nice little report here that says current signups. This will open up in another window. This is a really nice thing to use. You could always have the girls sign up for which ones are going to come. And then this is something you might email out with that parent email. Oh, and I got too many things open. Okay, here we go. So that's booth sales. Now, so maybe you live in a town and there aren't any major chains that the council puts together. Your council does allow what's called a My Sale. And it's in this drop down, you go to My Sale, and it's like my mom owns a knitting shop and I want to have a booth sale there on a Saturday. I'm just going to add the location. I put all the information in here and I hit add. And then this goes to, I think, your service unit cookie manager for approval. And if they approve it, you'll get back an email saying it's approved. If they deny it, they'll put a reason in here for denying it. Okay. So there you go with that. So now, your
Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting Kelly, but Kimberly wanted to go back over. Can you please explain again about girl delivery cookie orders? Do those get added to the initial orders that have been made at that time?
on the initial order tab, not this year for you guys. So if you came from another council, it may have done it before. Digital Cookie's about to make a change and your council hasn't added it before. So you're not adding it now. You're adding it physically to this line. There won't be two lines that separate it out. It doesn't come directly from Digital Cookie. You're going to either ask the parent to get it out of Digital Cookie, what their girl delivered orders are, or you're going to pull it yourself and tell the parents that you got the report out of Digital Cookie. Now, I'm going to go into the live last year so you can see. We'll look at last year so you can see what the shipped orders look like. My internet's running slow here. So okay, I'm going to go down. Let me pick a troop. I usually always pick a troop that there were no orders for, but let's see. Okay, so the initial order line looks just like it was in the demo site. You just have the one line here. You're going to add the girl delivered packages. You can think of the Digital Cookie girl delivered is just like I took my order card out. I just took the order in an electronic order card, add them together. You're putting them on the initial order. The girls receive those. So now how can you see what the shipped orders were? Here you have all the girls. If I click on this girl, and hopefully she has some Digital Cookie orders. Here it lists the Digital Cookie. So shipped orders will come right here. And this is a girl delivered order. Doesn't show any packages because you ordered those like you order all the rest of your cookies. There's just a payment to offset it. Okay. Hopefully that answers the question. I'm going to go back to the demo site only because I can do things in there I can't do over here.
Kimberly Ballard has asked, I tell my parents to make a line on the order card labeled DOC and put on card to include in total cookies for the order.
And I believe there is actually a line that says online sales at the very bottom too, to help you out with that.
Yeah.
So you've picked up your cookies. The girls are out selling here. Oh, now let's talk first. I forgot to do this before we submitted. You guys have initial order rewards and final order rewards. You're going to go after you submit your initial order, you're going to come over here and you're going to fill out your initial order rewards. You'll see that tells you that Kate got 1 and Lauren is getting 3 rewards. If you scroll down, you can see the total. There's no need for any choices. So it's not like I have to click on every girl, but maybe there is a choice in the final. To see what this girl's getting, all you do is click on her. If there's a choice, I would click the choice and I would submit the girl order. Because on the initial orders, it's pretty easy. I can see that everything's ordered correctly. All I do is hit submit reward order, and then I know it was submitted. So make sure you do that right after you submit your initial order. When you do that, it's going to give the girl credit for any digital cookie shipped, as well as anything you put on the initial order tab. So your troop and the girls get credit for all of those shipped orders that happen through Digital Cookie as well. So don't worry about that. So now the work of the sale happens a lot right here on this girl order tab. Again, I think I like this tab a little bit better in the app. It's a little bit more intuitive, but you can, if you're a desktop, you're doing this at work on your lunch break, know that this is just as easy to do here. I just think it's a little appier looking in the app, but all I'm going to do is say Lila wanted to get more cookies. I'm going to click on her. She came. I have a receipt that says she picked up more cookies. I'm going to add the transaction. I'm going to, do additional pickup. I can put whatever I want in the notes here on 127. And then I just can put in, you have this by, it wasn't for a booth. It's just other. So I'm going to pick up, she got like, let's say 3 toffee and 14 other boxes. And she said she sold a gift of caring. So I'm going to add 1 there and I hit OK. What that does is and then I hit save. That's going to take it from my troop inventory, just like in real life, and give it to the girl, just like in real life. In the system, I do the same thing. Then I can switch to another girl if I have lots of transactions, or I can return to the summary view and just see all of the girls and what their totals are right now. Okay, still shows me that I have 291 boxes still to sell through booth sales or however I want. If I had a booth sale, I can record booth sale. This makes it easy. You don't have as much data entry picking every girl. All I do is record the booth sale. I click on the booth, and then I can put what we sold at the booth. I can say which girls, right now all the girls are checked that were there, but let's just like say we sold 10 of everything. Again, sorry, I don't type well while talking. So that's what we sold. I'm going to say every girl was there, even these girls that hadn't done an initial order, but they're all there. And I'm going to say distribute. And you'll see that all of the girls got credit for 10 boxes. That just so happens I made that easy. And then I hit submit sale. And now it's giving the girls the credit for the money, because a booth sale, you got the money right away, and for those sales. And so if we go back to the girl orders tab, you will see that these girls all got 10 boxes at a booth sale. That makes it a lot easier than you clicking on each girl. You can just record the whole booth sale at one time right there. One thing that was new last year, I'm going to go back to the live version of eBudde, is hopefully this one has it. Oh, my page is going slow. I might have to turn my video off here. So if I scroll down here, there is this troop 154. This is the troop link. So in Digital Cookie this year, and Digital Cookie is a GSUSA program, so I can answer to a point, and some questions we may have to follow up. But if I'm a customer and I don't know a girl and I want to buy cookies, I can go to GSUSA's Cookie Finder and I can say, I want to buy cookies and have them shipped to me. And then randomly selected back to them will be one of these troop links. If you have set it up as the troop cookie manager, it'll look like a girl for you. You'll have to set it up just like you would a girl, so that the customer knows why they're purchasing cookies and who they're purchasing from. And then the customer can have a shipped order. It'll come here and you'll see it just like it's an extra girl. We don't like saying it's a fake girl, but it'll look like a fake girl kind of in your troop. New this year, and Larissa and I didn't talk about this, so if I'm not going to get us too much into hot water, but new this year, every troop in the digital cookie side will have 2 links. They'll have the link they've had for shipped, and you can promote that all you want for your troop. Anyone can buy that way. You don't have to just reserve it for GSUSA and the Cookie Finder, but there's also going to be a way that you can do girl delivered. So maybe you want to do a virtual booth sale and tell everyone that you're going to be at a booth this weekend, and they can pre-order and pre-buy their cookies and then pick them up at that booth. That's going to be an option. It's 2 separate links because GSUSA really wants to make sure there's safety and that you are agreeing to having those girl delivered. You'll have to approve them just like a parent does for girl delivered. Those will come together and will be deposited like a girl under the one line in eBudde. So you won't have 2 fake troops, you'll just still have 1. So what do you do with those sales? So what you're going to do is this girl doesn't have any of this troop, but I would click on the, I don't know if I can on the live site, but I'm good. I can. I would click here, I would add a transaction, and I would subtract the boxes and the money from the girl, this fake girl. I hate using the word fake girl, but it is kind of a fake girl. And I'm going to take a snippet. I'm like, oh, that we sold 50 boxes that way. I've got the money. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to all the girls, and I'm going to give them credit and distribute it amongst my girls. So all of those troop sales, you're going to want the troop link to be at 0 at the end of the sale, and give credit to your girls so it goes towards their sales. Hold on, I opened a box by accident. So let me go. Is that clear? Or is there other questions about that?
So far in the Q&A, I've been answering those.
Okay. So we talked about girl orders. You all know how that goes. Now you need more cookies, right? You got to go to a cupboard. That's on this transaction tab right here. You click on the transactions tab. I add a transaction. And actually this one I will say a little nicer in the app. I'll give that. So then I'm going to pick the cupboard I want to go to. I'm going to pick the time. Now your cupboard manager, whoever the volunteer is in charge there, may have a scheduler. If they want to, they can make it so that we added this last year. It really helped with keeping some social distancing and limiting the number of people in a location at a time. Some cupboards aren't going to do that. You guys might know that your cupboard manager is like, I'm home every night from 4 to 6. Come on down and pick up your order. If I say it's ready, I'll let you know. But the council cupboard's probably really busy. They might use this scheduler. So if they do, you'll come and you'll pick the day. And this one's not set up right now, but if it did, it would open another box and it would give me time slots. And I'd say, I want this time slot. And then you would be scheduled for that time slot. But right now I'm just picking it up. I put in what packages I want. And here I could see where the cupboard is and the hours of operation I want. And I say, okay, this is how you place a pending order to the council. Now, maybe you come in and s'mores is all grayed out. That means that this cupboard does not have any s'mores right now. They might be getting some more, they might not. So if you really needed s'mores, you might go to a different cupboard to pick those up and look around. Your council does a really great job of communication through eBudde on that. So you'll all know if they're, if a certain cupboard's out. So
Ellie,
yes.
This Leslie, just a quick thing. As far as putting down the hours when you're going to come by, what that'll do for us at the cupboard at the council is just make sure we have your order pulled. It's not like set in stone, but if you don't tell us the time, you might get there and it's not pulled. So just that helps you help us help you basically.
Thank you, Leslie.
Then you come back and say save, and then you'll see, well, I didn't say I want an hour from now. So let's pick, I don't even know what day it is. Let's pick the 17th. Okay, so there we go. I didn't look at my hours of operation. Hold on, let me see what well, okay, I might not be able to hit save. We'll just pretend that I hit save when they're there. This is where you'll also see there'll be transactions that come from the digital cookie cupboard. Those are all the shipped packages because we have to give you credit. The troop received them. You didn't really receive them, but we shipped them for you. So they kind of went through you and out, but in the system, it needs to show that it's part of your inventory. So you'll see all the shipped orders here. The cupboard manager might use the app to have you pick up cookies. We added that last year for contactless, and that literally can be where they release it to you. You confirm on the app, and then you don't even need to get near each other. I don't know if your cupboards use that function, but it is a function. Just be aware if they do ask you to pull out the app and confirm the transaction. Now, maybe you've gone through the sale and you thought you were going to have a boost sale. Hold on. Okay, you thought you were going to have a boost sale this last weekend, and like I said, everyone got strep throat, and maybe you have a few extra cookies that you think you aren't going to be able to sell. We have what's called the cookie exchange right here. Vice versa. Maybe you like last minute and you need to have some lemon ups, and maybe there's a troop in your service unit that has it. So you can either say that you want to give cookies away, or you can come down here and see who's posted. Right now, nobody's posted that they have extra cookies, but maybe you want lemon ups. You would click on lemon ups and it would show you the troops in your service unit come up first, and then it goes from there. There's a contact for the troop leader in case you wanted to see if you could take some off of somebody else's inventory. I say this is like a bulletin board. This is, you put the posting up here of what I have extra. If someone contacts you and they take all of your Samoas, you need to come back in and update this. It doesn't automatically do it when you transfer those packages to the troops. So think of it like it's just a posting on a bulletin board. We talked about rewards.
Oh, we do have a really quick question
Yes.
from Shonda. She wants to know how Adventurefuls are doing in the councils that are selling already. And will there be an order limit like when we originally released the s'mores and the toffee tastics?
So we do not anticipate any kind of a limit right now. I'd say they're running about 9% of the sales. So they're strong. I think they're going to be a nice addition. We don't have many councils that have ordered yet, and we only have one council in the fall that takes orders ahead of time. So I'll make sure Larissa knows more before your initial order comes in, so you guys have a little insight, but I would say somewhere between 8 and 9% is going to be a good place for that cookie. Now, remember, we're adding a whole extra cookie on. So don't take the pie of cookies you had last year and just divide it by 9, add a little bit more on because it's a whole nother variety. And sometimes people say, I ordered 50 for a booth sale last year. I might get these 9 varieties. I'll get 50 boxes. You're going to need to get like 55 boxes and add those Adventurefuls on. Don't necessarily take it away from somewhere else, because I do think it's going to be somewhat incremental to your sale.
Britt also asked a question. She said, you mentioned that when we make the initial order, that the order will be rounded up for full cases and those can be used for booth sales. Is that going to be done this year?
I think it's rounded up every year. Yes.
Yes.
Now,
I can answer that too.
Some people don't like having these extra boxes that aren't ordered. I've already submitted the initial order, but say your girls' orders don't come up to full cases, but you ordered for your booth sale in full cases, so you have these extras. If you're the kind of person who likes to see zeros all across the bottom, all you have to do is alter your booth and add these 10 to your booth, and then it'll be full cases. You won't even have to worry about it rounded up. But just know that anything extra down here are extra boxes you've ordered to use for booth sales or your troop gift of caring, or girls who have additional sales. You know, the girls are going to sell more after that initial order anyway. So, so we talked about anything else before?
Those are the only Q&As that I've had come through. Thank you.
All right, so final rewards works exactly the same as the initial rewards. You just have more items. So here, Lauren has a size catalog selection needed. It'll say it in red. I click on Lauren because, you know, these type of rewards, I may get girls occasionally at a time, you know, get their orders. I have to call them and ask, what size t-shirt did you need? So this girl has a few options. She's going to pick the size t-shirt she wants, and she would like the cookie dough here. She's going to take the rain poncho here. And the puzzle sounds super cool. So I'm going to do that. And then I submit her order. And that's submitted for her. And you'll see nobody else has anything that they need a size or selection on. So I don't necessarily have to click on each girl. Maybe I have every girl's order all at once. I'm going to edit all. But let me see. I'm going to show you real quick. Let me go back. I'm sure I have a window open here that has that app somewhere. Let me see. I don't know what it's going to do because I just had everything open. But if I go here, you'll see final rewards are not submitted. Let's see. Oh, I think I have to go back to my menu. I can go to rewards in the app, final rewards. It brings it up. The page looks just like it did in eBudde. And here you go. I can take a look. I can click on the girl. I can make any changes. So again, I know you guys have a lot of time, and you know your volunteer time is limited. Maybe you have a troop meeting or a troop event on the day that this is due, and you sit down with each parent and girl and just do it right on the app. It's super easy. And again, didn't talk about it, but you can do your booths here the same way. This takes a little bit more because you're gonna have to look at all of those booths this way, and it may be overwhelming to some, so that's where the desktop might come in. But again, super easy. If you just want to do the app, you really don't ever have to log into eBudde. All right, so a couple extra things I will show you over here. Payments is just going to show you what has been paid. You'll see digital cookie payments. You'll see the ACH that the council pulls. They'll upload that. And then the final. There's a sales report. This kind of gives you everything at a high level. It'll tell you what your per girl average was, what your troop bonus was right now, how much you owe the council. And then there are a few reports over here. Under reports, you have your current signups for your booth sites. You can find your available booth sites. The thing that I do really like to point out is there are, I have to go back. We don't have digital cookie hooked up to the demo. So if I go to reports here, when I said that you can go into digital cookie as a troop leader and pull the reports, you can, but everything's right here in eBudde too. So you can go down here and here's all your digital cookie reports. So you can pull the all digital cookie orders and then see, here we have girl delivered varieties only by girl. So in your initial order, you can pull this report and then ask the parent, did you add all of these to your initial order? No? Well, here I have the total. Let's just go ahead and order them. So no, you can log into digital cookie and see that, but you have it right here in eBudde as well. Know that you're, you can't log into digital cookie first. You have to log into eBudde first. eBudde sends your information over to digital cookie. Larissa might have to answer more questions than that, but I know you have to log into eBudde first. So, and then finally, the Help Center. And this is like a resource that's missed a lot. And I really want to point it out because there's a lot of great resources here. I think a lot of people think the Help Center is just eBudde help, which it is. There's like how to, you know, there we have a few digital cookie. I think I'm getting this based on me. Hold on, let me go back. Wow, okay. You won't have all these options because I have a little more options than you do. But the one I'm pointing out is this one in red. Last year it was a, what do we call it? Whatever the theme was last year. I put last year to bed already. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the tagline. Anyways, that's what it said. But now this year, under the sale resources, there's a training and rally section. There are backgrounds like mine. So if a girl wanted to do a Zoom booth, she could download, you as a troop leader can troop cookie manager can download it and give it to her. There's graphics on for the cookies that you might use at a booth sale. There's all sorts of great stuff in here. So don't miss the Help Center because there's some really good resources that you might want to use here. Or it's 11:30 and your order's due and you forgot how to do something. You can come in here. There's really great tutorials, and the YouTube channel for Little Brownie pretty much does everything that you might need to do. There's a quick little 4-minute video on how to do it. So, okay, I think that covers eBudde front to back pretty much. You're going to submit your rewards. You're going to do your final payments. You're going to get the girls all ready, and then your service unit takes it from there, submits their rewards, and then the rewards will be shipped to the service unit cookie manager who'll get them out to you, and you get them out to the girls. Any questions?
So far, I'm answering things as we go along. Some of the questions have been regarding when will we know things have been turned on. To answer that question, eBudde is live for troops and service units. We are not turning digital cookie on until the night before parents and girls can launch the sales. There's really no reason to be in there outside of me updating things that come from eBudde, unless you feel that you need to have access to it sooner.
One quick thing on this quick links at the top. I have a few quick links that you may not have, but the one I point out is the cookie portal. You go through the cookie portal every time you come into eBuddy, even though you don't know it. If you go to ebuddy.littlebrownie.com, you're going through the portal. If you go to the cookie portal at littlebrownie.com, you may land here, but maybe you want to go back to it. I just point this out because, and I probably should have run this by Larissa, but I exported your live site for this year and put it in the demo site. So the demo site is in there ready for you. If you can get into eBuddy, you can get in the demo site this year if you want to go in and play.
Thank you.
You can't break it. You can hit submit. Until your service unit hits submit, you might be locked to a few things, but if you want to get a feel for it, you can go ahead and go in there. Just know you'll have these squares. If you don't see a square, it's because you don't have access to that, but there's a really great Built by Me planner. There's the Little Brownie website. Here we'll talk to you more about the app. And then this is a link to Digital Cookie. You'll still have to log in when you get there. So just know that you've got a few things here at the portal that you can go to that's a direct link straight from eBuddy. If I know you're all in eBuddy a lot, but if you ever want to, if you're like, I can't figure out how to get somewhere, go to the quick links and find the link up there. Okay. I think that covers it. I'll probably miss something.
I'm answering questions along the way. Sorry, I'm not answering all of them out loud because some of them are just specific. But any other questions, anybody?
The koala is adorable. The rewards are great. You guys will love those. I know you've got some additional information coming out. So the new cookie is super yummy. It's a nice addition.
It tastes like an Oreo on, I'm not going to say crack, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's amazing. It's an Oreo with caramel and sea salt. It is really great.
Yeah, it's brownie inspired. So don't think of it as being chewy like a brownie. So I say it's like the edges of a brownie. It's crunchy and then it has a caramel cream, little sea salt. It's a good addition. And the 9th variety is nice. I'm excited about that. So
if somebody wants to say a question out loud that was too hard to type or we didn't get to you, go ahead and raise your hand and we can unmute you.
Oh, hold on. I'm like, maybe you can do it. Leslie, I'm typing.
No, I can't. I'm not a host anymore. So
I think I can. If anyone raises their hand, I'll try and unmute you.
I don't see anybody raising their hand.
It's always nice to talk with you experienced people because I know you've heard and done that. Hopefully you learned something new today. There's little nuggets in eBuddy that are underutilized, so they're fun. And if nothing else, if it was the app version that you discover for the first time this year, it's totally worth it. I had 4 kids, so I know when sitting at basketball practice, I might want to be updating my eBuddy records, and the app really gives you that ability. So
one of the questions came around from Elizabeth and she wanted to know how everybody can try the Adventurefuls. Just a quick answer for that. All of the service unit cookie managers or not even cookie, just service unit leaders received sample packages. If you are within a service unit that does not have a leader, that means I'm the leader and I have them sitting at council ready for you. And I am happy to distribute these. Also know that our in-person cookie rally on the 6th of January, we will be sampling the Adventurefuls at that time. But if you would like them before for troop meetings or troop trainings, we just need to get in touch with one another because I have the samples sitting in council office.
And I totally recommend a troop training for your troop level. It's great to get the parents in. I know you probably all have a few parents who just dropped their kid off and you're not sure you'd recognize them if you're at the grocery store. So it's nice to see their face. This is a family engagement activity. And we want parents to be their daughter's first customer. So this really gives that ability. And then you can get the help you need. So there's a sample agenda on our website. There's lots of great activities. You could try the new cookie. I really recommend having a family meeting and doing a little goal setting.
And the cookie rally that we're preparing in person and virtually, and the rally kits that we're sending to each and individual girl in our council who is a current member, they have the option to participate in a multiple ways, just so you know. They can do it in person, they can do it at the virtual rally, they can do it just at home as a family opportunity.
There's a couple more questions. No one's raising their hand that I can see. Did you already answer Becca's question on the permission slip?
No, because I don't have a way to track that yet. And Becca, good question, and I'm going to work on that. And I agree, Liz, wahoo, about the Adventurefuls. And Kimberly Ballard asked, how do we who do we contact about trip cookie application? That would be Maggie Ewan.
Customer care at girlscoutsalaska.org. And
Yes.
we'll transfer it to the right person. It's probably Maggie, but same customer care. I'll put it in the chat at girlscoutsalaska.org.
Good question, Kimberly. Any other questions? You have the font of amazingness right here. I would take advantage of it because it's not me. Not this season.
Well, actually, it's really all the volunteers, because without them, our girls would not be able to do anything. So I appreciate all of you, and I don't get an opportunity very often to talk with Troop Cookie Managers. So just thank you on behalf of your girls and your parents, because you do a lot of work in the next couple months, and it's super important. I always say the cookie sale funds, they're fun for the rest of the year, and so it's important. Not to mention everything else the girls learn and skills built. It's amazing to run into professional women who talk about what they learned and their booth sales or door to door, and now digital cookie with the e-commerce. It's all part of making our future great. So thank you.
No, thank you, Kelly. And thank you, all of our wonderful volunteers. And thank you for taking the time tonight. Any additional questions? Oh, you guys are an easy crowd tonight. What?
They're experienced.
Well, that's just it. I just can't wait for tomorrow night for all the new volunteers.
Oh, wait, someone was raising their hand.
No, and then they put it down real quick, I think.
Yes. You can be new and ask a question. I'm not holding you out. Not calling you out at all.
Oh, and also today, because I just learned this and I work for Little Brownie, but we have a great Pinterest page. So keep that in mind. Yeah. I didn't know we had so many resources on the Pinterest page. I was looking for a cute koala, and there's a bunch of cute koalas of our koala all sitting there on the Pinterest page. So.
Oh, and if you don't know her name, it's Kiana. Kiana the koala.
Yep.
Although when the girls get their own koala, they can name her whatever they want.
Correct.
She has adoption papers, seriously, in her little pouch. It is adorable.
And just
oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, since I have everyone here, just take notice that the packaging on the rewards will be a little bit different this year. We're trying to really become a lot more eco-friendly with our packaging. For those of you who've been around, I know you know those stuffed animals will come in a little individual plastic bag. They won't anymore. A lot of our packaging will be either recyclable, reusable, repurposed, and we're trying to get away from as many plastic wrapping as we can. So we do know they do get transported. So like when they get to the service unit, I don't know if we have any service unit cookie managers, there might be the stuffed animals might be in a box with one big bag, but each one won't be in their own little bag. So I think it's a great step moving forward on our eco story. So the girls have asked for it, volunteers have asked for it, and we've really found a way to do it. So.
And I have to say, looking at the packaging, it's really amazing. And I love all of it.
There was a quick question about Cheddar Up. We will have some other trainings on Cheddar Up and the other parts of the sale, but yes, we are still using Cheddar Up this year.
And just know that for cookie sales, we are reimbursing the fees for Cheddar Up for cookie sales specifically. And we will have additional training and information about it, and it will be very quick, succinct, and easy to understand. And the council will be sending out invites to that as well. No surprise, like mid-January, promise.
Well, thank you for keeping it under an hour too, Kelly. I appreciate your time.
I enjoy it. I'd like to see you all in person sometime, but for now, this is a great way. And I'm really glad we have this ability, which we didn't have a few years ago. So
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Kelly.
sure. Have a good night, everybody.
And thank you, all of our
everyone.
amazing volunteers. I really mean it. You guys are the bread that keeps everything together. So thanks.
Yeah, send us an email or call if we didn't answer your question. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
I might be the only one who can end the meeting.
I
Should we
think
wait
you
a
might
moment?
be
We can
right.
never leave.
We can wait a minute just in case anyone has a question that comes up as they're exiting. I looked and I was like, I'm the only host, so I might be the only one.
Well, I don't understand how to make multiple hosts because I sat there and clicked co-host and then it blocked everyone else.
I don't know how to stop the recording though. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
I stopped the recording.
thank goodness. I'm
Okay,
going to have Emily edit